One guy, Ryan, that we've not mentioned today, and I think Saturday will come too soon for him, but one guy that I think could have a say in these post-split fixtures, and I don't know why, it's not based on a lot, but it's Callum Osmond. I know he's been back out in the grass. I know that I think he's quite close to being back involved. And I just think he was really impressive before he got injured. And the fact that we've mentioned that, ad nauseum here, Celtic don't have almost any sort of striker. I think him coming back in with his pace, his enthusiasm, his eagerness to win things, I think he could end up being a really surprising sort of kingmaker in Celtic's season.
It's an interesting one. I think he could be involved in a bounce game this week, along with Celtic's kind of other injured players that have just come kind of on the way back to recovery, including Arnie Engels, who obviously played at the weekend, made his comeback at the weekend. So the problem is Celtic will just need to manage it very carefully, because I think the hamstring injury he had was one of the worst ones you could have possibly have sustained. So it was a really bad hamstring. But I remember I've seen him, walking about Lennoxtown a few times when I've been up there this season, and he was always confident he'd be able to get back this season, and he's clearly desperate to make a contribution. Like you say, his enthusiasm, the energy, the pace that he brought to that front line, he offered something different, and it was just such a shame that he pulled up injured against Mitchell, because I think he performed well that night as well. I think he won the penalty, didn't he?
Aye.
So and Martin O'Neill as well. He's a huge. Martin O'Neill's a huge fan of the boy. So if Martin O'Neill likes you as a player, then you must be doing something right. So look, Celtic need all the help they can get. He'll bring something different to Celtic's front line between now and the end of the season. I think pace is the obvious one. And if he can score a few goals, and he's got a chance to make himself an absolute hero, and obviously stake a claim for the jersey next season as well. So it'll be interesting. I just wonder how much of a contribution he'll make. I wonder how many minutes he'll play, just because of the severity of the injury that he had. But he's had a long time to get back fit now, and hopefully for the boy himself, he can rediscover that form that made he scored that goal against Rangers at Hampden, didn't he?
Right.
So if he can reach those heights, then Celtic could be on to a winner.
And just very finally, Ryan, before we wrap up, I put everyone, whether it's here or on Hotline Live, on the spot when I've not seen them in a few days. Put up the fixtures there again, and the league table. Where do you stand now with the title race? I mean, I remember a few weeks ago you kind of said that you didn't think Celtic had it in them. I, for what it's worth, fully agreed with you. But then I sort of kind of came back round, and the truth is, I honestly don't know where I stand now. It's impossible to predict. I would give Rangers and Hearts the edge, but I don't know, those two games at home for Celtic, and I know Hearts and Rangers have won at Celtic Park already this season, but Celtic Park, it'll be like a European night, it'll be absolutely packed, the atmosphere will be intense. All I'm saying is, I guess, in a roundabout way, is I don't think it's over for Celtic yet.
No, it's definitely not over. And I remember being on the podcast with Ryan Stevenson after his hard-hitting column where he said that Hearts would only be 2 wins away from the title. And I made the point that you just can never count Celtic out. You look back to the 2007-2008 season under Gordon Strachan, they were 6 points behind Rangers, having played 2 games more, with 7 games left to play. They were written off. I was reading back to some of the articles. I won't mention any names, but quite a few people had completely written off their chances, said Celtic's title hopes are finished, dead and buried, terms like that. And then, the rise from the ashes, if you like, and Gordon Strachan leads them to 3 in a row by winning the remaining 7 games. So after falling to defeat at Dundee United, there's 7 league games remaining. They've won 2. They've got another 5 cup finals to go. And if Celtic can win all 5 of them, then I think they'll win the title. Everybody's talking about Rangers and Hearts, the home games, quite, and it's understandable. They're the 2 title rivals. But for me, Easter Road is going to be an extremely worrying fixture for Celtic. Yep. This is a stadium which it's been a bit of a hoodoo ground for Celtic in recent years. I think Brendan Rodgers only won there once.
I think
Celtic manager in his entire Celtic career. So that's always been a really, really difficult venue for Celtic. And I know I think they won there earlier on this season, but that has got to be, they've got to treat all 5 fixtures the same, which they will, with the same respect. Motherwell will be obviously going to be tricky as well. But for me, that Hibs game really sticks out. And if Celtic can get by that after and they beat Falkirk, you know what, you'd probably expect Hearts or Rangers to slip up at some point. And obviously Hearts and Rangers were playing each other before the Glasgow derby at Parkhead as well. So there's going to be points spilled between them at some point. So if Celtic can win those 2 games, then I think they're going to put themselves into a right good position ahead of that Rangers game in the is it 10th of May?
Yep. Is it 10th of May?
Yep.
10th of May.
Yep, Sunday the 10th of May. So look, the thing is, the favourites chop and change every single weekend. As soon as one team's, I mean, the thing is, that's only the second time this season that Celtic, Rangers, and Hearts have all won the same weekend.
I know, that's extraordinary, isn't it?
It just shows you that for me there's going to be more twists and turns to come.